Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will study concrete support. How to make good concrete support or good supporting details to your main points. And I begin from the last point in the last lecture that we had. The plan or the outline of your essay or the plan of your essay, and I say to you, you should write your topic sentence of each paragraph, and then you can write the supporting details after each one. Do you remember? These supporting details should be concrete support in order to succeed, to prove your point, okay? To convince your reader. And always ask yourself, what am I trying to say? How can I convince my reader? Okay? How can I write a good academic piece of writing or essay, dissertation, thesis, research paper, and so on? So let's begin. Some students depend on their opinions, their views, and you know that your opinion is just a subjective statement. It depends on your beliefs, your thoughts, your background, your environmental background, your culture background, and so on. These things cannot support or cannot be a good support to your main points. Okay? So, factual details versus opinions or views, or you can say subjective details. Factual details are objective supporting to your main points. Objective, okay? You depend on objective statements. While in your opinion or your thoughts or your beliefs, you depend on subjective statements, okay? And in fact, these subjective statements weaken your argument or your discussion to your points, okay? Because they are your opinions. May you write your opinion in some of the kinds of your thesis, like reflective essay, for example, but you should support these subjective opinions or statements by objective ones or objective statements, okay? Do you remember the outline of your essay? You can write your topic sentence here, and then supporting detail, and then your topic sentence of the following paragraph or the second paragraph, and your supporting details. These supporting details should be objective statements or factual details. Factual, واقعية. You depend on factual details, okay? And let's have the kinds or the types of these factual details or these concrete support. I call them concrete support. Concrete support. When you write this is your outline, and this is your plan, as I said to you last lecture, okay? Here your brainstorming, and here your ideas, introduction and its main idea, development and its main ideas, and then conclusion and its main idea. Okay? In order to support these points or this discussion of your main point or main issue of your essay, you should depend on concrete support. Concrete support. The kinds or the types of this support can be divided into number one, أول حاجة, and you can expect them examples and illustrative incidents. إن أنا أضرب مثال. Okay? Examples, this is number one. Examples and illustrative incidents. Okay, this is number one of your concrete support. I can say my discussion and then I can support it by some examples or some illustrative incidents. يعني أقول حوادث مشابهة. أضرب مثال. And these two types, examples and illustrative incidents, depend on your own knowledge, your own background. You cannot go to the library in order to have or to pick up one of them. You can say an example from your life or from the experiences of other people and so on. And you can mention illustrative incidents, حوادث حصلت أو أشياء from your own background and so on. Okay? But take care and note that these two things, examples and illustrative incidents, الاثنين are weak. Okay? You cannot depend on them in formal writing, in formal academic writing. Okay? You cannot depend on them when you are writing an essay, a formal essay in your academic writing for your professor and your colleagues or classmates, and you cannot depend on frequently on them when you are writing a thesis or a dissertation or a research paper and so on. So, don't depend on them frequently. You can depend rarely on them when you are writing an academic writing or an academic piece of writing like an essay, a research paper, a thesis, or a dissertation, okay? Because they are weak. The second type of concrete support, you can depend on figures and statistics. Figures and statistics. Number two, figures, الأرقام, and statistics. Okay, الإحصائيات. And I can depend on these concrete support in, for example, essays about science. Okay, when I write an essay on science, engineering, okay, math, and so on. I can, for example, when I write an essay on the population growth, okay, or overpopulation, I need to depend on figures and statistics, الإحصائيات. In 1990, population was so and so. In 2000, population increased to so and so. Okay, so I depend on figures and statistics, especially on pieces of writing or in academic writing, which in the field of science, math, engineering, and so on. الحاجات اللي بتحتاج إحصائيات أكتر, so I can support my own ideas. ما أنا بقول إن population is increasing. طب إيه اللي يثبت؟ أوكي؟ إيه اللي يثبت؟ that إن أنا أقول إحصائيات إن هو increased from كذا to كذا. In 1990 كان كذا, and so in 2000 أصبح كذا. أوكي؟ The third number three, or the third type of concrete support, quotations. Quotations. And you can depend on quotations greatly in your academic writing. Okay? And this is the most important type of concrete support. Okay? وده طبعا دي methodology معينة, منهجية معينة. when you have a quotation in, for example, a research paper or a thesis or dissertation, you should put quotation marks, okay? And you should document your quotation. Document توثقيه تقولي مين اللي قايله. Okay? فلان said in his essay so and so. Okay? وأذكر المصدر بتاعه according to MLA or according to what you can document it or save it. Okay? Also, you can make in long quotations اللي هي more than 4 lines 4 أسطر زيادة عن 4 أسطر. لا أنا بفصل خالص separate it وأبدأ ويبقى quotation like one block. يبقى أنا هكتب الكتابة بتاعتي فوق وأحط نقطتين فوق بعض and then أفصل separate the quotation from the line or the preceding line and then I can document it وأقول إن مين القائل ليه وأي صفحة. okay according to MLA's style. When I make a quotation مثلا for example from poetry a poem okay ليها طريقة تانية مختلفة. less than 4 lines 4 verses أقل من 4 أبيات I can put them in my argument اللي هي between lines. أجي هنا مثلا وأروح عاملة كده وأحط and slash between each one. Okay, this is a verse, line of verse, and this is a line, and between them there is a slash. Okay. أقدر أعمل الحكاية دي. طب افرضي the second line أنا مش محتاجاه ومحتاجة التالت، بروح حاطة 3 نقط وسلاش وأروح كاتبة التالت and then the quotation marks. Okay, and I can document it by saying the number of the lines and the page والمصدر اللي أنا جبته منه. طب افرضي more than 4 lines أكتر من 4 أبيات I separate them لوحدهم. أنا كتبت كده he wrote the following in his poem كذا كذا. Okay and then I can separate the 4 lines or the 5th and أكتر من كده or more than this.
كده ممكن نستنى على